Hey y'all, and welcome to the Sugar Diaries with Bill, where we talk about all things diabetes. As you know, I have type 1 diabetes, but there are many different versions of diabetes out there, such as type 2 and also gestational. So, today we have another guest on the episode, and it is Desire. And today we're going to talk to Desire about her experience of living with diabetes. How are you doing, Desire?
I'm well. How are you?
I am wonderful and I really appreciate you for joining. So,
Yes, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate this that you're doing because everybody has a different experience with type 1 diabetes. So this
definitely,
is great. Yeah.
definitely. So, tell us about you.
So most people have like with type 1 diabetes, they say they get it, when they're a baby.
Mhm.
I got it at the age of 25
Mhm.
and I just suddenly I used to be like a thick, now I'm slim thick. But I lost a lot of weight. And to be honest, I was in college and I was throwing up and thinking that like I was pregnant and I already had a baby.
Mhm.
So I thought, oh no, my mom's gonna kill me. This cannot
Mhm.
be it. I just got accepted in the medical assistant program. I had lost close relatives. My grandmother and my uncle had passed away around 2 weeks apart.
Mhm.
And I thought it was just stress. I would be so angry and ill at the end of the day if somebody ate my box of fudge rounds. So that's why I thought, like, oh my goodness, I'm craving these fudge rounds. And then I would wake up in the morning and throw up.
Oh wow.
Well, I was driving and going to a doctor's appointment. It's like, okay, I might as well face the music. And they tried to figure out everything. So the doctor was like, I'd known my doctor for a long time, and she was like, are you, having an eating disorder? You've lost a lot of weight. And I'm like, me? I love to eat. Are you kidding me?
Mhm.
So, the last thing that she did before I almost walked out of her office, and she kept looking at me and thinking like it's something that I'm missing. And she pricked my finger, and my sugar was in fact 600.
Oh.
So yeah, so they would not let me leave. I had to call somebody to come and get me. I spent several nights in the hospital. Mind you, that my date for um, getting like them telling me that I have diabetes and everything, um, it was my birthday.
Oh man.
Yeah, so I spent my birthday in there. Um, I really wanted a piece of cake, but they gave me some sugar-free Jello and told me to chill out.
Of course. Of course.
So, I luckily I didn't go into BKA, thank God. But I did have to stay in the hospital, and I had significant the neuropathy was it was terrible.
Mm.
Um, Later on, to find out that it was just another autoimmune disease that I have,
Mm.
that I guess attacked my pancreas. And I just, they were trying to figure out if it was stress or this or that. And I'm just like, dang, how do you just get diabetes like that? But
Right.
it just happens. And a lot of people like have that misconception of like, oh, you ate yourself into diabetes, you ate too many sweets, your diet was
Mhm.
bad. And no, my diet, even though I did crave those fudge rounds, I really was active. I was I ate more vegetables, fruits, things like that. And even still, it just happened. So it's been a journey ever since then. So I am 39 now and trying to adjust to, I guess, the new school way because I've been diabetic for a long time. um I did try the Omnipod and the Dexcom. Unfortunately, I had two remotes that malfunctioned on me and kind of left me, that kind of left me with like not really having faith in the pump,
Dang.
um, especially the Dexcom. Um, and so then I added the Omnipod the next time. And actually, they sent me a letter of the like ones that have a recall. And I'm actually probably going to make a video on that myself, because it's a long list, and I would have to like, I mean, it's a very long list of ones that were just malfunctioning. So recently I've been in and out of the hospital, dehydration, high blood sugar,
Mhm.
A1C out of control.
Mm.
And so now I'm trying the mini Medtronic pump that has a tube with it. The Omnipod is tubeless. So I'm sad that I'm really at this point that it feels like I need that help, but I'm also a single mother, and I'm also,
Yeah.
I also wear many hats.
Yeah.
And we still have to survive. Insulin costs so much money.
Yes.
And there's so many other things that are free, and don't even get me started with that are free and that medical, pays for, insurance, stuff like that pays for. But we can't get insulin for, a cheaper price. So you got to go to work. You got to do what you got to do. Um, and it's really sad. Um, but today is my very first day. They gave me this tube, and it's supposed to do corrective and keep you from bottoming out, because the Omnipods, not only were they not working, the Dexcom was like off, like way off. Like it would say my blood sugar was 120, but really it was 400. Like that's what I
Wow.
was going. Yes, like I was really going through it. So I ended up having to be, going back and forth to the hospital for that, and just making sure, like, and then I started presenting ketones, which is something that I never did. So that made me nervous. Like, oh no, like, are you kidding me? But it is what it is. Like the disease just, it affects us all different. Like we all eat, like it's certain things, like I can't eat mangoes. I used to love mangoes, but as soon as I eat a mango, my blood sugar shoots through the roof. Um, there's other things I think that I can't eat, like I can't think of at the moment, but
Yeah.
we all just are different. And,
Yeah.
you know, it's a similar struggle, but still a different every day for everybody.
Yes.
So it's kind of it's a disease, like people really don't realize. And then one of the things I hate to hear most is you don't look sick,
Yeah.
or you can't eat that, what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Like, whoo,
Yeah.
boy, it's one of those things. So
Yeah, some of the biggest things that annoy me definitely are when people are like, "All you got to do is eat this," or if you just eat natural fruits, or if you just all of this, or juice your drinks, things like that. And it's like I can do all of that, but even if I eat strawberries, my sugar goes up. Watermelon, my
mm,
sugar goes up. A banana, my sugar goes up. Stop trying to think of stuff that I can eat, because no matter what, there are natural sugars out here, and I just have to take insulin to survive, and you're not hearing me when I say that. And it just frustrates me because people try to argue, well, drink this tea or drink this or all of this stuff. Eat just meats. Somebody said eat just meats one time, and I'm like, okay, like
yeah, okay, you can't do that because if you ain't got no carbs, you're gonna just pass out. Like,
exactly. It's like ups and downs. Like stop trying to educate me on what I need in my life. Like I know my body. We know our body, and I think we do what's best as best we can. And even half the time it ain't even right. Like you said,
mm-hmm,
like your sugar still might be 400 or something when you thought you were doing everything right. So,
mm-hmm,
yeah, it frustrates me that people who don't have diabetes, who aren't even educated in it. They're not any type of doctor, endocrinologist, anything like that, but they think they know what's best and can cure you. And that it just
mm-hmm.
frustrates me a lot.
Of a lot, like it does. It makes me kind of like, ugh. Like, just it's bad. It's
Mhm.
bad. People don't understand. They don't. And I think they need to get a little more educated on it. Or
Mhm.
the fact that, like, people will mix up type 1 and type 2. And that's not, no
Yes.
offense to the people that have type 2 at all.
Right.
But it's just different. It's
Yep.
different. With type 1, it is absolutely positively different for each individual person.
Yep. Yep.
And I don't know what research they have, but God knows I hope that they figure it out, because people should be well educated. Like, um, at one point in time, like when my blood sugars were really low, I kind of get like a drunk effect.
Mhm. Yeah, no, I get it. I know what you mean.
Woo!
I hate being low. I call it a high effect. That's what I like when I tell people, because I was a marijuana smoker and everything. And so I no longer smoke it because it's like when I get high, I feel like my sugar is low. And so
Hmm.
I'm going to test my sugar right away. And I'm like, oh, am I low? And I might not even be low, but it's just that same effect to me. And I'm like, I don't even want to
Hmm.
smoke weed anymore because I it just confuses me. Ever since I got type 1 diabetes and have been low and stuff, it confuses me. And I just don't want to experience that anymore. So I no longer have the desire to smoke weed.
I understand. I understand. I'm struggling with it myself. I've been telling myself the same thing. Like, okay, it's about time to stop because it is a feeling of like anxiety almost.
Yes,
Like,
yes.
you know
Heart
what I
beating
mean?
fast and
Hmm.
all of that stuff. And I'm just like, that's the same stuff I feel when my sugar gets too low. And I don't like that.
Yeah, me either. Because you don't know if you immediately need to eat or if you
Yes.
just, and now you just stuck on that roller coaster till you get off. You know what I'm talking
Exactly.
about?
Exactly. So yeah, that's why
Yeah.
I quit it. And I mean I smoked a long time even after I got diabetes. But yeah, after going low so much and just experiencing that and how scary it is to go low, yeah, I started like just being like, you know what, I just don't want to play with this no more. I don't know. I don't want to do it anymore. Mm.
Yeah, it ain't that deep. It ain't
Yeah,
that deep.
it's not.
People don't even know.
It's not. And I used to love
Oh,
it.
okay. Me too. Me too. I be sad. Like I said, I struggle with it too. Like, dang, I don't want to quit because it used to be that crutch, but now
Mhm.
it's kind of like,
Mhm.
ooh. So I'm working on it though. I'm wanting to go back to work out. I enjoy working out just because it helps relieve stress too for me. But
Mhm.
now I have a tube with a mini metric pump, and so I'm probably gonna be posting me some videos about this.
I'll definitely be watching because I'm interested. What does that look like for somebody? I've never had a pump. I don't know how to use a pump. Could you educate us a bit on what that looks like for somebody who has never had a pump or and understand? We want to understand that.
Okay, so you have one, which is your constant glucose monitor. It's two pieces to it. So with the Omnipod and the Dexcom, they have a 15-day Dexcom. And but it used to be 10 days. So when I was doing it, I would change my constant glucose monitor. It will watch my blood sugar. And you can have it on the phone or they give you like a little remote and it's Bluetooth. So it communicates with the Omnipod, which is what has my insulin in there, but you got to change that every 3 days.
Mm-hmm.
And when I tell you just waiting on spots to put like they say that it's better, and don't get me wrong, I like it, but then I don't because I'm so used to like just pricking my finger like that right there. I feel like it's gonna be the safest bet because I
Mm-hmm.
almost feel like cyborg. You know what I'm saying? Like now I really feel like cyborg. So I'm walking around today kind of a little sad, like oh
Yeah.
god,
Yeah.
this big the tube too. Now everybody gonna see this big huge, the old school beeper.
Right. Right.
That's what it looks like.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, with a tube on it attached to my stomach.
Oh wow. Okay.
Hmm. And so you put in, they call it bolusing when you take your insulin. And whenever you get ready to eat, you count your carbs and then you put it in and you bolus, and then it gives you insulin. But like I said, I had enough of the Omnipod and the Dexcom because it just wasn't communicating right. And
Mm-hmm.
then it was just like I had to put it, the mini metric, what I can say so far is that both of them are smaller devices and smaller needles. So, I'm not having all those like spots that look like I just constantly, but regardless, you gonna have like, I don't know about you, but I got a favorite finger. You know what I'm
Yes, I
saying?
do too.
I'm a, okay, I'm gonna hit that finger, and that finger after a while, it's a little numb, but that blood gonna come out, and I ain't worried.
Exactly. Exactly. I feel like I can see the holes in the top of that finger
That's
too,
my
like
finger.
from how I
Okay.
prick it.
Okay, so you can imagine how the side of my legs look
Yeah.
and stuff like that, trying to change that every 3 days, and
Yes.
on my arm every 10. Like,
Mhm.
come on now.
Mhm.
I just can't see that it's the best or that it's even better. And of course, even with insurance, this thing right here is running me about $1,000.
Dang. I
Yes,
am so
ma'am.
sick of the healthcare industry because that it's
Hmm.
crazy. We need this to live. Like we need it to
Hmm.
live. Can you like either make it very affordable or make it free? But like this is
Thank
crazy.
you. Thank you. And then they got a nerve to have different pieces. You got your Lancet device
Yes,
needles. You got your
yes.
test strips, and you got your, you know, and
Mm-hmm.
right now mine is my battery going dead, and I got to go buy two watch batteries. And
Of course, of course.
girl,
Yeah, that's so stupid. And then every time I need a refill, they're always not in stock, or my pharmacy
okay.
is never in stock. So I got to run around and do all kind of extra shit. Yeah, I don't understand
Hmm.
that.
Hmm. Yep. When the hurricane hit, I couldn't find insulin
Oh
nowhere.
man.
Nowhere. And I had just given away some insulin, like a whole bunch, cleaned out my medical cabinet because they changed my basal
Mm-hmm.
insulin and all of this and that. And
Mm-hmm.
I found out that there were good people in the world though. Because people actually came and found me. Like it was the lady down the street, her son had, we traded insulin and devices and stuff. And I mean, it really, to this day, it really touched my heart to
That's
know
what's
that
up.
people really are good. Like, yeah, for real. Um, but it's tough. People don't realize like it's tough, and it's nothing but an extra bill. Like my whole my insulin, my medication, that's my livelihood
Yes.
right there.
Mm-hmm.
Before I even talking about surviving or feeding myself or feeding
Mm-hmm.
my children, or you know what I'm saying. So
Mm-hmm.
one day I look to maybe do some type of profit, nonprofit, I don't know, for that, because it is ridiculous.
I would definitely join into that because yeah, I think so too. And that's another reason like why I'm doing my podcast again because people need to hear this stuff. You never know who just got diagnosed today or who's just now learning that they got, diabetes and things like that where they have nowhere to turn. They're like, okay, doctor, what to do? And the doctor gives you facts about what to do, but the doctor
Mm-hmm.
doesn't have living experience. And you look up on
Mm-mm.
Google. Google don't got living experience. And that's what I
Mm-mm.
went through when I first got diagnosed. I'm like, okay, I need to know. I'm going super low. I need to understand what do other people do? How do they handle it? I'm going super high. How do they handle it? Do other people go through this? It's so many questions, especially when you're first diagnosed and there are no answers out there because people ain't talking
Mm-mm.
about it, and that's why I want to
Mm-mm.
talk about it.
Yeah, and the insulin is extremely aggressive. You're fast acting. It is extremely
Yes,
aggressive.
I had
If
no
you
idea.
ain't get that right, you're gonna be on the floor sweating.
I was my very first time because the doctor just said it was my first time. He was like, "All right, you're gonna go home. You're gonna take Humalog before every meal. Just take 5 units of Humalog, 15 minutes before every meal." So I'm like, okay. So it was like I was going home for the first time, and I think I was about to. I was cooking, so the food was on the stove, and I'm like, all right, it got about 15 more minutes to be ready, and I'm gonna hop in the shower real quick, take a shower and everything else, and get get it into my system. I took that insulin. By the time I got out the shower, I was on the floor and I had my husband and daughter like bringing me cups of orange juice just back to back to back until I got like my
Mm-hmm.
eyes started going black and stuff. I could feel
Mm-hmm.
me shaking. It was one of the scariest experiences. And I'm like, okay, I needed to know that that was going to happen. I don't have experience with insulin. I didn't know nothing about insulin. I just knew my doctor
Mm-hmm.
said take it before the meals. I didn't know it was going to do that.
Yep. And I learned the hard way too. My daughter and I were just in the house alone. And she's so smart to this day. I mean, my kids, I don't even know what I would do without them. And I
Mm-hmm.
don't think they know what they would do without me. We three peas in a pod.
Mm-hmm.
But I woke up on the floor in the middle of the hallway. My daughter had called 911, and she climbed up the cabinet and got some syrup, I guess, and poured it down my throat. When I
Ooh.
woke up, I was like, I smell waffles. That was the first thing I
That
said.
was
Who cooking
smart
waffles?
though.
She did it. She did it. Now I was sticky all over, but I thank God for that.
Yes. That
To
is
this
super
day.
smart because I definitely get honey. Like now, when I go low like that, and I don't know why, but I just like plummet. I go straight to the cabinet and I get some honey and I just eat some honey.
Hmm. Yeah, you got to have something quick.
Mm-hmm.
You got to get it quick, because if not, you just don't know where you're gonna end up.
Exactly.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. So definitely, definitely, I definitely appreciate this. I couldn't say that even in more, and I hope people do listen so that they can educate themselves because,
Hmm.
like, even the highs, you be so angry and mad and just moody.
Yes.
Like, you
Yes.
don't even know why you mad. You just mad.
Yes. Yes. I get it. I understand. Man, it's definitely like a struggle because no matter what, unless you're just right, then okay, you're cool. But if you low, you got a whole mood. If you high, you got a whole nother mood. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, and people got to understand that. They do. And a
Yep.
lot of people don't.
Yep. It's tough. I mean, I even think we should have, certain types of things like on our cars or on our, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm telling you, once I
Hmm.
get the solo and then I go on and pass out, I don't know if I just start
Yeah.
talking crazy. Like my kids already know my phrase.
Yeah.
They'll be like, "Mom, have you checked your blood sugar?" And I'll be like, "Have you checked yours?" And I'll
Mm-mm.
be like, "Oh," they'll be like, "Oh Lord, go on, go to the cabinet, go on, give her some sugar. She don't know."
Mm-mm. That's hilarious.
It's bad, like it is. So yes, it's a lot.
Yeah, but it's good that your kids know like you cuz yeah, my husband and like my daughter who's 18, they definitely know. And I get all kind of discombobulated and confused and I
Hmm.
start, tripping out and whatever and they like, "Yeah, your sugar's low." And they know, "All right, well, help me. Let's do this." But yeah, it's hard if no one knows how to read you. If those people who are around you all the time, if they can't even read you, then they'll just get frustrated with you. And that's not what we
Hmm.
need.
Hmm.
When we're low,
Yeah, and
that's not
assume
what
that you're
we need.
drunk or something.
Yeah.
That like it needs to be something done about that as well. Just because you never know where you might be. It just hits you suddenly.
Yes. Yeah.
So. Mhm. I learned today though, when I take 1 unit of insulin, it makes my sugar go down 47 points. Now
Hmm.
that's something that the mini Medtronic does that the Omnipod didn't do. Because I often wonder, like, okay, could I do the math of how much my sugar's gonna go down if it's right here to right here? You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I'm sitting here trying to be the, walking around being the human calculator. But meanwhile, I've never known, and I think those things like that are important too for diabetes. So.
They are, and so that was one of the first thing I learned with getting with my endocrinologist. When I finally got an endocrinologist and stopped seeing a primary care physician trying to tell me about insulin, I learned a lot more. And they did tell me every 40 units is what. So like if my sugar is 140, I would take 1 unit just to get it back down to a normal level. And that's how I
Hmm.
calculate everything. So when my sugar is 300, I'm taking 5 units. When my sugar is
Yeah.
60, I mean 260, I'll take 4 units. So that's how I've always calculated my stuff is it's in the 40s like that.
Oh,
So
okay.
one
Yeah.
unit for
See.
every 40.
Yeah, I learned something today. You learn something new every day about it. I swear you do.
I swear you
Almost.
do.
You do.
Yeah.
And it's not the same as everybody else's either. So.
Yeah, it's not. That's true. And honestly, if I was like, and that's with me on my long acting insulin as well. So if I was not on long acting insulin, it would take way more fast acting insulin,
Hmm.
to put in my body. It wouldn't be every 40. It would be, I don't even know what, because I be on long acting insulin all the time. But it would
Hmm.
definitely be a lot more short acting insulin.
Yeah. I definitely, I think it's a difference too in the insulins as well.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. So they got me on Limgil right now, some new insulin. I think I just want to go back to my Humalog.
Yeah, I like Humalog. So Limgib is a fast acting insulin.
It is. It's a
Okay.
newer one.
Huh.
So I'm trying. We'll see. I
Yeah.
feel like a lab rat. Like just
Yeah, I've definitely felt like that before too. And that's how I feel when every time I go to the endocrinologist, especially with the long acting insulin, and we talk about how my levels are in the morning and da da da, and they're like, well, go up 2 units, if it's like this over time, or go down 2 units, stuff like that, and I'm like, I need a set stuff. Like y'all don't know, y'all are experimenting. At the end of the day, y'all are
hmm.
learning just like we're learning. Just give it
Yep.
to me and let me figure it out then.
Yeah, okay. Just tell me the truth. Like, don't do that. Look,
Hmm.
I feel a little bit better. You just look, we don't really know.
Yeah.
Okay. Because that at the end of the day, that's basically what they're telling you in so many words.
Yeah.
They don't want to say exactly that, I'm sure, but I prefer the truth. I just prefer you to just
Me
go and give
too.
it to me straight.
Yep.
But that's just me. So
Me too. So I understand that. So, is there anything that you would want to tell somebody who is newly diagnosed or just coming into this world trying to understand things? What kind of advice would you give to them?
um pay attention to your body.
Mm-hmm.
Because your body will speak to you. It will speak to you. And and do as much research, and kind of get you a list of things like different foods. Get you some safe foods, because I got my safe go-to foods when my
Yep.
sugar's too high, or my safe go-to that I know is gonna bring that thing back on up.
Yes.
Get your safe foods and things like that, and just take it one day at a time, because it is so it can be so depressing. Um, it really can. And
Mm-hmm.
it is definitely a change. Like, for me being 25 and getting, diabetes, I see kids, like at preschools, and because my mom's a preschool teacher and that
Mm-hmm.
makes me so sad. I'm like, oh, that little baby got a pump on already.
I know.
Baby don't even know what it's like to eat a funnel cake at the carnival. You know what I'm talking about? Like, oh, so it just it is it's different for every person and what every age and all of that and the experience. But
Yeah.
I also, I pray more. The older I'm getting, the more I'm like, I just have to get into my religion, and you know what I'm saying, like,
Mm-hmm.
give it to God type of thing, because it's really hard, but you got to, build your resilience and keep going, because that's all you can do.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Absolutely. And that's great advice. And that's one thing that I continue hearing every time I ask someone on my podcast, like, what advice would you give? It always goes to know your body and listen to your body.
Hmm.
Listen to your body. And that's very important because I preach that as well. I'm a big advocate for listen to your body. People can't tell
Hmm.
you what to do with your body or how to deal with your body. If you know you're going low, you need to do what's best for you. If you know you're too high, do what's best for you. Don't let anybody talk you into taking too much insulin or not taking enough insulin. Listen to your body. That is very
That's exactly correct.
yeah. All right. So, I know you said you were gonna make videos and things, and I'm sure other people want to see them. So, do you want to go ahead before we end this and give your TikTok so that people can follow you and look at some of your videos?
It is that's why I was telling you, just say the first name, but it's Suero, is Suero 887. Um, yeah, I do post sometimes on, but I try not to be too much on it, because you know what? When you have diabetes, it's diabetes every day, all day, any day, all the time,
Right.
anytime, all the time.
Yep. Facts.
So I don't always post, but I am gonna post a couple lists for like people that was on the Omnipod. Like, I do plan on making me a video with that, and I try to have humor. I'm trying to have humor with it too sometimes, because sometimes I watch your videos or other people's videos that have diabetes, and it kind of gets me out of that mode. Like, I know I'm not alone. Okay, I'm not alone.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
So, but yes, I appreciate any follows or anything like that that I can get. And like I said, I couldn't say it enough. I really appreciate what you're doing, because people need to be well educated. You know, they really do.
Yep. Thank you so much. And also, thank you for joining and being a guest today. And you guys, I appreciate everybody who is listening. Thank you for joining the Sugar Diaries with Belle. I will see you guys next time. Bye.